We'll wait out here.
Make it quick.
A lot of blood, and I'm about to find out who it belonged to.
Shit, you stink.
Wonder how many more will turn up. Something at the end of this trail. Scoia'tael arrows. This is pretty clear.
Find anything in there?
2 soldiers.
What happened to them?
They're dead, riddled with arrows.
I know nothing about that.
What do you think, Witcher?
Seems like 2 soldiers wandered into the cave, maybe to drive away monsters. But just because somebody convinced them to go. I don't know how many monsters they managed to kill, but I do know who got them. Scoia'tael.
Bollocks.
Last I recall, Neckers don't know how to use bows.
Hey, lads! Let's find a tree!
No! I'll tell you everything! Just don't kill me, please!
Speak.
You need to see this. You won't understand otherwise.
See ploughing what?
The bitch is lying!
We'll see. You lead.
It's an ambush! To arms! Bloody squirrels. Thanks for the help, Witcher. Here's your orange. You're coming with us, bitch! You shouldn't have left Dimitri. Stupid whore.
Death awaits you all! Curse you, Dwan!
What?
The Commandant wanted to see me.
Leave your weapon here.
Guard it with care. It's very valuable.
Wait, Wolf. I need to talk to the Commandant too.
You going inside or not?
Listen, friend. I'm an officer and you're a rat. And when I say jump, you will not only...
Come on, Roach.
With these cunts, Laredo can protect the port from a drunk lumberjack, let alone Yorva. A ballista. The bastard's got a ballista. You know the power of this weapon. Its arms strengthened with bronze plates and strung with horsehair. It can propel heavy bolts up to a mile away.
Yeah, an experienced crew can release 2 bolts each minute, but it can't hit the same spot twice because it recoils and shifts. I've heard that somewhere before.
Where did you learn about ballistae?
I knew someone who knew a bit about them.
Unimportant. We need to damage it if we don't want to be at Laredo's mercy. They're all drunk here now. I'll provoke the guard.
Relax, Roach. I don't want to fight this rabble again.
As long as that weapon's operational, no one will sail this section of the Pontar without Laredo's express permission.
I'll handle this. Go have a drink.
They say witches have no need to plough.
Yes?
How did you plan to get rid of the guard by the ballista?
I have my ways. But you wanted to do it alone, so go talk to the buffoon.
We'll talk later.
Haven't had this good a time in a... except a fireside feast with
I
Coke.
don't like freaks.
And I don't like oafish no-necks.
What do you want, mutant?
To try my luck, Arm wrestling.
I'm gonna crush you, mutant.
Save the boasting till later. Let's do this.
Add plough into the mix and it doesn't get any better.
Luckily, the Commandant's provided it all.
True. Come here, lass. Your uncle's got a story for you.
So long as he can afford to tell it. I'll not lend an ear for less than 10 orens.
I hate mutants like you.
I know.
Did you hear?
Haven't had
Two
this
big
good a
shots
time in
arrived.
ages.
Wonder
That's
what they
true.
want. You know this one.
day.
A little lad was skipping down the path. Plough 'em all, plough 'em all. Along came a Huh? dwarf and kicked him in the arse.
What do you need, ugly?
Ugly,
Well, you ain't exactly handsome.
but
I wouldn't worry. Women prefer ugly men to groomed dandies. And you're ugly something mighty. Care for a romp?
can't just now. But I'll find you later in town. What's your name?
Margarita.
I wanted to surprise my friend, the sad-looking guy by the ballista.
Some idiot wanted me to read him poems recently. Extravagance, as I say it. I didn't like it.
I was thinking of something a little more traditional.
What would you have me do?
I don't really care. Just get him away from the ballista.
Oh, now you've got me doubting he's your mate at all. But I'll not pry. It'll cost you double.
That's steep.
I may be a simple girl, but I know at least a few men who'd give you trouble if I told them what you've asked of me. Pay me, and it'll stay between us. I mean, no point in giving brutes and louts a good reason to perfect their skills, eh?
A favor for a favor?
There is one thing you could do for me.
And that is?
Myron and Alphonse, two of Laredo's thugs. Give him a good thrashing, and I'll even blow...
I stirred up enough trouble as it is during the execution.
No need to stir trouble. Just humiliate them some ways.
Consider it done. Myron and Alphonse.
Teach them a lesson yet?
Not just yet.
You've had your song. Care for some
Did you
real
hear?
diversion?
What you want, old man?
I was looking to test my strength. Arm wrestling.
What do I stand to gain?
Nothing, because I'll thrash you.
And if I win?
You'll have beat a Witcher, so I guess that gets you bragging rights.
Are you that Geralt fella? The Grey Wolf?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Let's begin.
Haven't had this good a time in ages.
That's true.
You know this one. A little elf was skipping down the path. Plough 'em all, plough 'em all. Along came a dwarf and kicked him in the arse. Plough 'em all, plough 'em all. Oh, you arse fuck, dirty rotten scum. Plough 'em all, plough 'em all. Do that again, and I'll fuck your mum. Plough them all. Damn the dogs! The old man got me. I need to eat. Build up a bit.
You've had your song. Care for some real diversion?
Myron and Alphonse.
Teach them a lesson yet?
Of course.
All right. I'm off to give the boys some diversion. Care for a little diversion, brave one?
I'm on duty.
Oh, come on. Your comrades are well at it, having their fun. Why should you be any worse?
You're right. Let's go.
Nothing better than a fireside feast.
Except a fireside feast with copious amounts of liquor.
Tits like that, you can
Add plough
conquer all...
into the mix and it doesn't get any better.
Luckily, the Commandant's provided it all.
Yes? Do we wait until the Honorable Lady is done with the Venerable Hick?
Waste of time. Looks like a good number of Flotsam's town watchmen are here. We should look around. Did you see that arbalist behind the house? I'll get his attention. Give him something to think about. Why don't you find out what they're guarding so closely?
True. Come here, lass. Your uncle's got a story for you.
So long as he can afford to.
Soldier, report to me immediately.
I'll not lend an ear for less than 10 orens.
What do you want?
Shut it, soldier. Have respect for your superiors or spend the rest of your life.
In Flotsam, we cut the hands off thieves.
I was looking for the privy.
You're lucky the Commandant wants to see you. Come on!
Commandant, sir. We caught the Witcher sneaking around the garden.
Bring him in and leave.
Yes, sir.
We were just discussing a certain matter. You here on business too?
The Commandant wanted to see me.
In that case, I shall leave you to it.
Finally.
They didn't want to let me in while the sorceress was here.
Did you see her? Made up like a whore on parade day. They think they can do anything, those sorceresses. I heard what happened in Temeria. You know your name's on a warrant. It's unfortunate, though nothing that should impede our dealings. See, I'm the law round here, and the law needs to know what the legendary White Wolf's doing in this cesspit.
That's no concern of yours.
Listen, Witcher, here in Flotsam, everything's my ploughing concern. Let me help you, Geralt.
I do all right on my own.
I suppose we all have our secrets. I just hope you resist questioning my authority in public again.
Let's talk business, Commandant.
I heard you killed the Kairan. Flotsam is grateful. Let's say that squares the crimes of your friends. They're free to go. I trust you're on our side.
Whose side is that?
That of the people of Flotsam, of course. Terrorized by the Elven bandits for years now.
There was a time those forests belonged to the elves. To them, humans are bandits.
Spare me your sympathy. The Elder races, the Elder language, plough it all! Today they torch human settlements, they poison our wells, and they murder us along the highways. You fail to understand.
It's you who doesn't understand, Laredo. To tell you the truth, I'm not human.
You an elf? A dwarf? No, talking bollocks. I piss on the fact that they call you freak for your white hair and glowing eyes. You're a human like any other. We're fighting a war. And you, my friend, cannot straddle the fence.
Your point, Commandant?
You're a witcher. Your job is to protect the simpletons from monsters. I protect them from the danger that lurks amongst the trees.
I see where this is going.
Yorvith's no better than a monster that attacks those who go out to gather kindling. Matter of fact, he's worse. He's smarter and crueler.
How do we get him?
I don't want you to kill him. Even you don't have a hope against his entire force. I've an idea, but I'd rather not go into it now. The squirrels are up to something. Every night their scouts come closer. I suspect they plan to attack the barge moored in the port.
What do you want me to do?
As long as Yorveth remains free, humans, elves, and dwarfs will live alongside each other in deep distrust. I've got to learn what the pointy-eared rat is planning.
How am I supposed to get that information?
You underestimate me, Witcher. True, I have my prejudices, but I'm not blinded by them. Take your friend Zoltan, for instance. He contacted Yorveth.
I'm a witcher. I don't work for free.
Of course you don't. Help us capture the Scoia'tael commander, and you'll be rewarded generously, straight from the trading post's treasury.
I'll see what I can find out.
Now you stir up storms wherever you go. I actually believe you'll bring peace to Flotsam. Don't disappoint this town, Geralt. Farewell.
No passage.
Except a fireside feast with copious amounts of liquor.
Add plough into the mix.
Turned me away at the door, the bastard.
Luckily, the Commandant's provided it all.
We'll meet later. Don't forget your weapons on the way out.
Well, well. How's the Commandant as a host?
It's people like him who might help us.
Or put us in shackles and throw us into the river.
He told me they're keeping Scoia'tael prisoners on a barge in the port.
Did he mention if Kieran ep Esnalen, Yorveth's right-hand elf, is among them?
No.
He may know something about the Kingslayer.
Let's pay him a visit.
What do you want?
To speak with the wounded prisoner.
No one's allowed.
I'm here on Commandant Lorido's orders.
I already cut a deal with you, but...
So get out of my way.
He won't tell you much. He's dying.
Shut your traps. Stop bloody moaning down there.
Look, Coffer's dozed off.
Wakey, wakey, Coffer. You'll fall asleep forever any day now.
They beat him bad. He's got at least a dozen fractures. I'll need your help.
What do I do?
The spell I'm going to use is painful. It could kill him if he thrashes around.
I'll use the Axii sign to calm him.
Perfect.
Look, Birdie's... Hey, Birdie! You get wet just looking at me.
Get ready, Birdie. We'll be down to see you right after our watch.
It's no use.
You wish, Horson. I'm no traitor.
He's raving.
Vadgun? Where am I?
In Flotsam, on the prison barge.
The convict's barge? I'm done for.
How did Lorido's goons catch Yorveth's right-hand elf?
I was betrayed. How else?
You'd be dying in pain if it wasn't for us.
If it wasn't for the Dwan, I wouldn't be here.
There's a Witcher in Yorveth's unit.
Like every Dwan, he turned out to be a bastard.
What happened?
He betrayed us. He said he had an offer for me. So we met, where roses of remembrance grow. I should have known.
Roses of remembrance?
Yes, some of the last in the world. He thought that I'd betray my elven brother in order to control the unit. I refused, and there was a fight. I've never seen anything like it. No human can move that fast. It was a massacre. I was the first to be hit, thus I survived. I would have bled to death had Lorido's men not found me. Letho will kill Yorveth, and all will be lost. So many dead, so much suffering, all for naught.
Letho. He's the Kingslayer?
Yes.
What does Yorveth want? Why Flotsam?
Go plow yourself.
You have to tell me. I'm on your side.
If you say so. Flotsam is only the beginning. We're no bandits, we fight for freedom. In due time, Yorveth will answer the call, and we'll emerge from the woods, joining the battle.
What battle?
He wasn't specific.
In that case, I'll ask Yorveth himself.
I'd like to see that.
Why does the Dwan want Yorveth dead?
He used us. From the start. Our hatred. But he no longer needs Yorveth. Sees him as a thorn in his side. I don't know what Letho wants.
We got what we came for.
What now?
Yorvith.
What if Yorvith already knows?
I've got an old saying all ready for him. My enemy's enemy is my friend.
Warn him, Gwynblade. Yorvith fights, for that is what he does best. He's Enshe, a real one, a free one. Among the last. Fighting makes sense. Now more than ever before. There is still hope.
What are you talking about, Kieran? Hope for what?
For change. For a better tomorrow. I'll not see it. They'll torment me to death on this barge, and I'll go gladly where the apple trees bloom. But you must warn Yorvith.
Yennefer told me that Ciri has departed for good. She inhabits another world and is happy there. Before she left this one, she gave us the Isle of Avalok, our island. We stopped counting time. People believe that the wraiths of the Wild Hunt are immortal. They race across the heavens, gripping in their bony hands swords, their lightning bolts. They take away mortals, ever expanding their cavalcade of spectral riders. They burned the orchard and the house. In their armored boots, they trampled our island. And then made off with Yennefer. I had to get her back. Return to reality. Return to the Witcher's path.
Geralt, are you all right?
I've been to the Isle of Avalok, among the apple trees and the mists. After the massacre in Rivia, Ciri took me there, and Yennefer. The Wraith Riders kidnapped Yen, and I pursued them.
But...
Triss, this is important. I feel like everything's coming together. When the Witchers found me barely alive a half-year ago near Kaer Morhen, I was fleeing the Wraiths of the Hunt. They continued to pursue me, in the outskirts, then in Vizima when I killed the Grand Master. Now I know it was no coincidence.
Kieran mentioned roses of remembrance growing somewhere near here. Cedric claims likewise. If that's true...
Right now I should be searching the forest for Yorvith, not looking for flowers.
I could restore your memory.
You sure?
Everything seems to indicate that. Whatever's blocking your memory is clearly weakening. I think I could break that barrier with just one petal from a rose of remembrance. Those flowers are truly powerful.
In that case, Yorvith can wait.
Want me to go with you?
I'd love your company.
All right then. Let's go. Cedric mentioned there are some old elven buildings near the cascade in the forest. We should start there.
Lead the way.
Shut your traps! Stop bloody moaning down there.
Look, Coffer's dozed off.
Wakey, wakey, Coffer. You'll... Here now.
I think we've arrived. The cascade, the menhir. We need to take the path leading upwards.
Gardens in the middle of forests? Those elves really like to complicate things.
Stop whining. It's not far now. Cedric told me a beautiful legend about this place.
Legends are almost always beautiful, especially elven ones. The reality often leaves a lot to be desired.
Well, Cedric also said the site itself was something wonderful. The rose must be here somewhere.
I'll look around.
Alden and Cymoril. Cedric said Cymoril eclipsed even Francesca Findabair with her beauty, and Francesca's reputed to be the world's most beautiful woman.
Cedric drinks too much.
He really has visions, you know. He really has the gift. He could learn to control it if he drank less.
Cedric drinks to get rid of the visions, and that's something I understand perfectly well.
Oh my, lovers. Look at it. It's beautiful. I just don't understand it. How did the elves become so cruel? The one with the scar had so much hatred in him.
Places like this make you realize just how much they've lost. There used to be entire elven cities, and the forests were theirs to enjoy, not to hide in. Humans destroyed that, put them in reservations. Yorvith and his kind are taking revenge, though not all elves are like that.
Kieran said there's a lot more at stake.
He has his ideal, a certain vision of the world. But do you think there's room for humans in it?
We're practically one and the same.
Wrong, Triss. We've been learning from each other for generations, but we're different at base.
I don't know why I find that awfully sad.
Just like this garden. Beautiful and sad.
I'm glad you're here. Slimeral's Rose of Remembrance. Legend has it they wilt unless nourished with blood, and also if they're sold. But give it to someone you love, and it'll live forever.
This one's for you.
Oh, Geralt.
I want you to keep it. If there's any truth to the legend, it shouldn't wilt, even if you pluck a petal or two.
Thank you.
This is the statue, Curly. Don't mind us. Imagine the corn we'll get. I won't leave the brothel for a month.
6 weeks, even.
Where does that woman get the gold for all this? I mean, her and the old man, they're buying a new house. And now these statues for the garden. Must be defraying the treasury. What's a town chancellor do anyway?
It'd be ploughing hard to move.
We'd never shift it in one piece. I know. We'll break off the legs, the heads, remove it in bits.
Break off your own head, clown.
Shut your trap, cunt.
Kill them!
Not bad for a freak of nature! Hit the freak!
Temeria for Temerians!
Go, brute! Watch out!
Incredible what the N-Shape built before human ships ever appeared in the Pontar Delta. Elves possess a sensitivity humans can't ever hope to acquire.
We're trapped.
Looks like we're stuck. Well, there must be another way out of here. Why are you looking at me that way? Do I have something on my face? What's going on in that head of yours, Witcher?
Oh, you know. Stuff. You could use a bath.
So could you.
A witcher's blade. Letho comes here to think.
Well, he's not here now, so we've no reason to stay.
The Dwaan stole the story of Eldon and Cymoril, but they now steal our roses of remembrance. A more silly and shallow tale I've never heard. An enchanted wood, a beautiful elven couple living within. A handsome human prince arrives, riding a milk-white stallion. Bloody Dwaan. We Enshe remember how it was. Limitless devotion, passion, commitment, and sacrifice. Legend has it the lovers' sighs are enchanted within these very stones, though only those in love can hear them.
Singing bushes, jabbering stones, elven hogwash. Well, I'm buggered.
We should take walks more often. For a while there, I forgot all about Flotsam, the Scoia'tael, the Kingslayer, the whole world, really.
Nice to know I still have that power.
I need time to devise the spell. It could take as much as a few days. What do you plan to do while you wait?
I'm going to meet Yorvith.
Well, don't get yourself killed. That'd be pretty stupid now.
What are you getting at?
You're about to recover your memory, which will give you a whole new perspective on things. We'll learn what happened to Yennefer.
Uh-huh. And you expect me to drop everything and tell Roach, hey, it's been great, but I've got places to go and people to find?
You know, you could. I mean, you don't really owe him anything. I'm just afraid you'll get caught up in something and you won't be able to back out. Yorvith's a sly old elf. He's been fighting humans for a full century at least. This Letho is no common bandit either, and I shudder to think who put him on the warpath. It's a mire, Geralt. Deep and hungry, and it could swallow you whole before you know it.
It possibly already has.
I want you to know that I'm prepared to travel to the end of the world with you to save Yennefer. I owe you that. I owe her that. I'm prepared to drop everything. The trappings of court life, politics, the regicides. I could even live at Kaer Morhen. It's up to you.
Triss.
Let me finish. I can only say this once. If you want to go alone, I'll understand. And I won't try to persuade you otherwise.
I can't know what the future holds. I don't know what else is hidden in my mind. But whatever it is, whatever happens, I don't want to lose you. I'd have to be an utter fool and complete ingrate to let you go.
That's kind. Thank you. Does that mean we're leaving the regicides to Roach and tending to our own matters?
I think so, and I think you're right. I don't owe anyone anything.
I'm glad you've noticed that.
But that doesn't mean I'm willing to sit around doing nothing. You need time anyway, and in that time I'll catch the Kingslayer.
Geralt, please, be careful.
I'll go see Zoltan, and together we'll go find Yorvith. With a little luck, I'll capture the Kingslayer, and then we can go back to living our own lives.
Good. Will you talk to Roach?
I'll think about it.
Geralt! Geralt! There you are. Is everything all right? This is nice. What a beautiful place.
Very.
How'd you find us?
Finding those I seek is a speciality of mine. Now, let's get out of here. The Scoia'tael are out in droves.
Wait, Vernon. We need to talk.
About what?
A few days from now, I plan to leave, get back on the path, back to my Witcher's work. That'll mean the end of our mission.
Care to tell me what prompted this decision?
Triss. She knows how to restore my memory.
Why not drop everything and leave now?
Triss needs time to prepare the spells.
You're giving up. No other name for it, you're just giving up. What of the Kingslayer? Many still believe you're him.
I don't think I care anymore. Those whose opinions I value, well, they know the truth.
Uh-huh. You see someone kick a dog and you're incapable of letting it go. And you want to release that fiend who we've succeeded in cornering, who's thrashing to get out of the cage we've put up around him.
I want nothing of the sort. I'm not leaving for a few more days. In that time, I'll catch Letho for you. That's the Kingslayer's name, incidentally. I know how to get him.
How?
You're not going to like this, but it'll involve working with the Scoia'tael.
Is your mind completely plowed at this point? Did Triss put this nonsense in your head?
Listen to me. You'll get your Kingslayer soon. I'll give you him or his head. After which you'll clear me of all charges and let me go my way.
What else? Perhaps you'd like me to embrace Yorvith in gratitude as well.
Yorvith's not my problem. I'm no elf hunter. I've never been one, and I don't intend to become one.
Enough. You've made your decision, I can see that. So be it. But I think we all know who's being the prick here.
I'm glad you're here.
What's going on, Geralt?
A little town deep in the forest, terrorized by Scoia'tael. You should be in your element, Roach.
Flotsam isn't just any old town, Geralt. Temeria, Redania, Kedwin, and Edirn. The largest kingdoms in the north. Know what they all have in common?
The Pontar Valley, a strip of land they've been battling over for generations.
Exactly. And here's Flotsam, on the border between Temeria and Edirn, with Kedwin lying in wait just the other side of the marshes.
At the very edge of the Pontar Valley.
Stuck in the middle like a candle up the arse.
The North's most important trade routes meet here. Every caravan has to come through Flotsam, and anyone who wants to place their cargo on a boat on this section of the river has to bear Loredo in mind.
They say Henselt of Kedwin has gathered an army and is heading for Vergen. The Pontar Valley will be on fire soon, while we, Geralt, are sitting in Flotsam, the gateway to the valley.
I'd like to believe it's pure coincidence and the killer just followed the squirrels here.
Naive to say the least, Witcher.
Loredo wants the Scoia'tael gone for good. He didn't say anything specific, but in his mind's eye, he saw them on the prison barge already.
Yorveth's outsmarted bigger fish than the Commandant.
Laredo's got something going with Sheila, so I'd take him seriously if I were you.
You never know. Maybe the sorceress hunts more than monsters.
You'll get a chance to show your mettle. If we're to capture Foltest's murderer, we'll have to clash with the Scoia'tael.
I sent the boys out into the woods. Tough going, too dense. My scouts got ambushed and barely escaped.
It's no picnic hunting elves in the forest. Tell me something I don't know.
My people saw the Kingslayer again. He knows we're here, but he's not even trying to escape. Seems he's waiting for something.
I think it's our move. So long, Roach. Good to see you, Zoltan. What are you doing so far from home?
It's a dog's life, Geralt, I'll tell you that much. You work your fingers to the bone for 6 years, you listen to the tirades of that old tyrant Breckenrig, you buy jewels. Then she breaks off the engagement. And there I was, learning a gavotte. Fuck it. Out of sight, out of mind. Farewell to Eudora, the forge in Novigrad, and all the world's Breckenrigs. I'm a plain merchant, and I've made my peace with that.
Any news?
Triss has sniffed something out. Apparently, there are prisoners on the barge in the port. Squirrels, no less.
How are you killing time in this hellhole?
At present, polishing gems for Sheila de Tanserville. Requires precision, but it's well-paid work.
Jewelry?
Not quite. The sorceress is building a magical contraption. Spends her days staring at it. A regular magpie eyeing a copper. But I don't think she's getting anywhere with it. Got so enraged one time she dashed a vase against the wall. Some temperament, those sorceresses. I'm telling you.
Is there a good swordsmith or blacksmith here?
There's a small smithy by the wall. Quite basic. The tools probably remember the conjunction of the spheres, but it'll do for weapon repairs. They also enhance swords with runes and add ornamentation to armor. Just don't do anything that'll make you look like Dandelion at the opening of a new brothel. You could also look in on some merchants. I don't think Laredo's robbed them of everything yet.
I spoke to the Commandant. The future hardly looks bright for the non-humans in Flotsam.
That fucker's only waiting for an excuse. One small provocation by Yorvith and he'll attack us.
How do you know?
Heard it by chance. Saw him walking through the port one night, talking to himself, the batty bastard. He mentioned a new order and a world for humans only. He laughed and shouted curses at the prison barge. The scum is up to something. Yorvith must sense it. He's doing everything not to provoke Laredo, but his Scoia'tael might have a different opinion and less restraint.
Zoltan, I need to ask you a favor.
Shoot.
I heard you know the local Scoia'tael.
You heard? Meaning some goat's arse in a helmet hollowed it out in the market square.
I need some way to get to this Yorvith.
You know, I don't want you thinking I'm all chummy with the Scoia'tael. And Yorvith detests me. Why would you want to see him anyway?
He knows where the Kingslayer is.
Yorvith? And here I always thought him a common thug. All right. No reason to sit on our arses. Come on. You can tell me everything on the way.
Lead on, Zoltan.
Tell me, who said I have contacts with the Scoia'tael?
Laredo.
What a prick.
I guess the crisis ate away those 8,000 orens from the...
What? I met a few, yes, but made no fucking deals.
What about their leader?
They say Yorvith's mad, but the Scoia'tael are at his beck and call. Sod knows what he wants.
Well, that
Hope you'll
doesn't
tell
make
me
any
what it
sense.
is.
Tell you what, of two evils, Laredo's the bigger prick.
Because he almost hanged you?
Because he stirs up the locals against non-humans. And there's word he's colluding with Kedwin.
What's his angle?
Greed! King Hensel would gladly annex more land and grant Laredo privileges. Come on, we've got a long way to go. We need to go deeper into the forest. I hope they didn't change the password.
You know their password? What are you playing at, Zoltan?
Get up! Come on! All right. The Scoia'tael asked me to command a unit. Get out! Come on!
No wonder Laredo wanted you hanged.
They may have asked, but I didn't accept their fucking offer. This is it. I was due to meet them here.
I know. They're aiming arrows at us.
What? Geralt, I know full well you're always vigilant, but quit poking fun at me.
Give them the password.
What them?
Hurry up, they're edgy.
Kierkegaard!
Stop bawling. What do you want?
Countersign.
Heidegger. I asked you a question.
Take us to Yorvith.
Why?
If we wanted to speak with you, we wouldn't ask for your leader.
Yorvith won't talk with you.
You don't know that.
Leave while you're still able.
The two of you won't scare us off.
There are 4 more in that tree.
How do you know?
I can hear them breathing. One's sick or on Fistek.
How?
He's wheezing.
What? You elfin cock's gone soft?
We just want to talk to Yorvith.
Wait at the clearing. The dwarf knows where. We'll let Yorvith know.
Make sure you do. Come on, Geralt. I know what those elven pricks have planned. Been there once.
What are you talking about?
That clearing is a monster's lair. Huge horse son with a shell on its back.
An Ericus in these parts? I thought that was impossible.
I don't know the shit's name, but it's terrifying. They sent us into a trap.
Tough. Let's go.
We're here. That creature prowls down there.
Right where we're supposed to meet Yorvith.
Exactly. Any ideas?
I last fought an Ericus some time ago.
I never had the swiving pleasure. Not that I mind.
Wait here.
What are you... think me a limp prick? This is the place the elves mentioned.
That thing approaching us is no elf.
I'll leave it to you, Geralt. Monsters are not my speciality.
How many more can there be?
Take that.
A lovely show, Gwynblade. But tell me, was it worth it? An uneven fight and certain death await you anyway.
I could ask you the same thing.
What do you want, Vatgern? Speak quickly before I kill you both.
Letho betrayed you. He wanted to make a deal with your comrade, Kieran.
Kieran ep Esnilin is dead. 2 weeks ago, his warriors were ambushed and killed. You should invent better lies, Gwynblade.
He's on the barge, wounded but alive. He turned Letho down, and his unit paid the ultimate price.
If you speak the truth, Letho will die. But words alone are not enough.
What's your angle, Yorvith?
You wouldn't understand.
Hiding in woods, killing berry pickers, eating roots.
We live by our own rules, doing what's necessary to attain our goal.
What is your goal?
What's it to you, Geralt? Eseth Vatgern. You tell me to stuff it up my arse.
Not everything deserves that fate. My life now depends on your whim, so I'm curious.
Then listen well. The 2 dead kings were whoresomes who damned their own children to stay in power. But in the East, there's someone truly deserving of a crown.
So the hired assassin turned out to be a traitor?
It's his word against yours.
For now. Why do you trust him? Because he's a Dwan who agreed to do shady work for you?
He did what had to be done. He proved nobody's untouchable.
You attack and murder the people of Flotsam, forgetting that elves and dwarves live among them.
That's no life. They've been stripped of self-respect, forced to live and die by human laws. They're more Dwan than you, Geralt.
You still trust this assassin?
You may be lying.
If I'm lying, so did Kieran.
We'll investigate it for his sake. We shall see how Letho reacts to your sensational news.
Where is he?
The ruins of Kelmawed. For some reason, he likes the place. My unit will cover us. Ready?
Why did you want Foltest dead?
He might have appeared charming, but in reality he allowed the elder races in Temeria to be oppressed. He was like old Dwan, but his death has more significance.
We need to go.
We need a ruse. Tell Letho you've captured me and want to hand me over to him.
And you?
I'll be unarmed, hands bound. If you're not lying, his reaction will confirm it. I don't trust you, of course. My warriors will cover us if you try anything stupid.
I get it.
I don't think so. Do anything stupid and they'll tie you down on an anthill, face-coated with honey. You'll scream so loud even the storm riders will hear you.
Are you always so grandiose? We could just tell Letho to own up.
I'd fail Menhirya Tenveda.
Conquer with courage rather than strength.
Exactly. Let's go. Be careful, Letho is incredibly quick.
Geralt of Rivia, what's the meaning of this?
I'm here to negotiate.
Yorveth, the woodland fox, caught at last. I underestimated you.
Who are you?
You really don't remember?
I'm sick of that question.
So it's true. And here I feared that you would ruin it all. I am Letho of Gullet. I'm a Kingslayer.
Joke's over. Unbind me.
I wondered what a human was doing among the Scoia'tael.
My enemy's enemy is my friend. Know the saying? The Scoia'tael are my brothers in vengeance.
Tell me who you're working for, and the elf is yours.
We work for ourselves.
We?
The Kingslayers.
Demavend? Foltest? Who else? Who the hell are you?
We've met, Geralt. Do you remember?
No.
I'll never forget it. You saved my life. White Wolf. We fought side by side. Now we'll cross blades. This wouldn't be necessary if I'd killed Iorveth first.
Surret and orcs will drown in their own blood.
Oh, I don't think so. My men will finish their task long before the Scoia'tael in the Pontar Valley realize you're dead.
Surret and Ox. Who are they?
Kingslayers the Scoia'tael are assisting in the Pontar Valley, in Upper Edirn.
This doesn't need to end in blood. Tell me everything.
Enough of this farce! Vedrai Enlay!
What game are you playing?
One that you just lost.
Give me my sword.
Get the Kingslayer!
I have to kill you. Try it, but I'm no king. Such a pity we're on opposite sides. I see you still know how to fight. Why do you hound me?
They think I killed Foltest.
It's your own fault for playing soldier.
Why would a witch kill kings?
I'm a witcher no more. That was long ago.
So you're a hired club. Congratulations.
should have surrendered if you could. You fight well, but you
The muscle. One thing the Wild Hunt couldn't take from you.
A witcher and a few elves are enough to kill a king?
You've no idea how many people were eager to help us.
You really think they will all keep quiet?
Yorveth's time is running out. The others will be judged and condemned for sowing chaos.
So, why?
You were one of us, Geralt. You saved us. Now we're even. Your witch is good with magic. Think she'll be able to teleport me to Aedirn. If she behaves, I won't harm her.
I'll find you.
See you in Aedirn, then.
What happened? Where is he? Where's the Kingslayer?
Fled. Yorveth?
Captured. My men have taken him to Flotsam. The Kingslayer may attempt to spring him from prison.
I doubt it. He needs Triss.
Really? Why?
I've set the elves against him so he can't move through the forests. I have to find Triss first.
Follow me then. We've got Yorveth. That changes everything.